I'm Justin Stachowich, and I'll be working on Josh Adams today as my patient. So I'm going to have you seated over here. You could just sit right here. This way. Alright, so for laser I have to evaluate T1 myotome. So set up my laser. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to clear it first, put the appropriate codes in, 9A1, 16A2, 42B1, 53B2. Okay, so now my codes are all set in, so now I'm going to get the patient to extend their arm and extend their fingers, and I'm going to try adducting them, so I'm going to go, and all of his fingers are weak, and you check for adduction and abduction of the fingers. This is for the myotome of T1. So that's weak. So now I'm going to come over here. First I'm going to stack the neurological and the treatment head on top of each other. I'll start the treatment by hitting the spinal segment of T1 for 30 to 180 seconds. And then I'm going to stop that. And then I'm going to retest. So I'm going to come up here again, get them to extend his fingers, check, and check again. And they're all still very weak. So then I'm going to come over here and take the neurological head. Take the neuro head. I'm going to put it on the spinal segment of T1, and then can I get you to put your hand out? And I'm going to put it on the dermatomal level of T1. Can I get you to flip your hand over? And then I'll do this as well to get the other ones. And flip your hand back over. I'll do this for another 30 to 180 seconds. And then I'm going to get you to bring your hand out again. And I'm going to get you again. And the other way. And everything's strong. So that is the laser protocol for a T1 myotome. Turn it off, and then you're good to go. Alright, now for triflex, my patient has a right rotation distortion. So I'm going to get the patient to come over here, take a seat. So we're going to do it, it's 45 away. So you're going to take a seat, and then I'm going to get the bands here. I'm going to get the patient, please look at me for a second. I'm going to get you to cross your arms like this and grasp the band in this hand. Then I'm going to get you to do left rotation. So you're going to want to have some tightness on the bands, so they're going to be more into right rotation. So you accentuate that, and then you get them to do left rotation exercises. So you do 3 sets of 6 at a slow pace, and increase resistance times 3, and then I can do 3 sets of 10 at a slow pace, and then 3 sets of 15 at a slow pace. And that is for a right rotation distortion. Okay, so thank you. And now, you grasp it on a deltoid. So I'll get the patient to sit down if they pick up your shirt, please. What deltoid is your problem here, left or right? Or we'll do the right. Okay. So first I'd get the patient to do either some range of motion exercises with their elbow, or even with a band or something, just to heat up the tissue, or I can even put a hot pack on, and I'll heat up the tissue as well. And then I'm going to apply emollient to the areas that are being treated, so you have anterior delt, middle delt, posterior delt. So it's just everything. Towel. Alright, and then for posterior delt, I'm going to get the patient to grab their elbow. So can you grab your elbow, please, and kind of stretch out? So I'm going to hit the posterior delt head here, origin insertion, and then once I find a plane of grittiness, then I'll go in that direction and do a star pattern around it. And then middle head, I can just get them to relax it by the side, and I can hit middle, same thing, star pattern. If I find plane of grittiness, and it's a 30 to 60 degree pitch, bevel side down, or bevel side up, I mean, my bad. And anterior, You can get them to, I can extend their shoulder here and I can hit the anterior head. And that'll be good. Same thing, start pattern, find the area of most grittiness, and perform your start pattern. Okay, and then after that I'm going to stretch the muscle. So, I'm going to grab my hand, so stretch the muscle afterwards so I can take them into, it's good, so I can go like this and stretch the anterior delt, and stretch it, and I can stretch posterior, and then come across their body, and that'll also stretch a lot of their deltoid. They can even, no, that's good for stretching. And then after stretching, I can get them to do rehab exercises for low intensity, high repetitions, and apply cryotherapy after that.
A little over 10 minutes to go.
And then that's all for grafts then. There you go, you can get up and wipe yourself off. And upper back, posterior shoulder. So, you grab the ball. Okay, you're going to need a ball, and you're going to want to start in a kneeling position with the ball close to you. Then you can roll the ball out. Make sure that you activate the core by pulling in your belly button to your spine, and also stacking your shoulders and your hips all in the same line. And then you're going to, so to do the left one, I would thread the needle. Oh no, what am I doing here? Upper back, posterior shoulder. Yeah, so I get them to thread the needle through, so I get them to do a rotation of their spine and put the arm underneath by placing the palm up, and then I would get them to roll the ball over to the opposite side, and that gives a good stretch down the back here, but you want to make sure that everything's in line. And then same to the other side, through, and you roll over. That produces a good stretch on your upper back and upper shoulder area. And then you want to do that for 30 to 100 seconds until your core breaks, and then you can do the opposite side. Thank you.